are you kidding? You realize, like, guys don't realize
Yeah, it's
it.
shocking to me.
This is a story I've heard that from a lot of different women, and it seems like something from the 40s or something, that guys will chase them like around a desk, you know, like
the
Pirates of the
olden
Caribbean.
time you did?
definitely
Benny Hill?
like a powery thing, and they're trying to get away. The guy doesn't care, you know, he's trying to pin them.
Well, it's kind of
Great actresses.
on the way here today, I saw a billboard that said, stop getting screwed. And then it said it was an attorney for Oh yeah, screwed. It was, it was a sexual harassment attorney. So if there's enough, for billboards, then it's got to be pretty bad.
Oh yeah. Those guys.
Men find out about it and they're like, "This is lucrative.
Yeah, right.
How am I not making money from this sexual harassment?"
Yeah, you didn't say I was a man.
Make money from this.
Yeah. The guy's like, and you don't have to have remembered being sexually abused. That's all right. Come on. One of those guys.
What do you think?
Yeah, right. Ambulance chasers.
You want to come up?
Look, you know, that's cool. What do you call that?
She's got a little snaggle. A little underbite.
Adorable.
Mary, you want to come up? What do you need? Do you see I'm doing a podcast? Can everything not be about you for 5 minutes and be about me
Mary.
for the rest of the time?
Oh, so cute.
I know. She's definitely like, she seems wildly unhappy, but it's cute. But
Does she?
I don't know. Does she seem happy to you?
Yeah, she seems
a little nervous, but.
Actually, maybe a little.
It's funny because my friend Dan got a dog, and he's always stressed. And he goes, "Oh, she's got all this stress." And I go, "Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
They pick it up from you."
Definitely.
Well, now I go, Mary gets like these terrible panic attacks, and then I can't complain about it because then I just admit that it's from me.
Yeah, I saw the dog whisperer talking. He was like, you know, like way more than children. Like a dog studies you constantly, all the time. So he knows, like, if you're, before you do, if you're like upset or your stomach's upset or something, like they pick up, you know. Because all they do is fucking study you 24 hours a day.
I know you, and you have to seem like you're okay. And I live alone, and sometimes I'll hear a scary noise, and we'll both go, and then I see her, and I go, I gotta like show her that everything's all right.
It's cool. That's no dog. Bigger dog. I thought Mary was a cat for a second. I have a cat.
What's your cat's name?
Projection. Oh, Princess Kitty McMahon.
Oh, after Ed McMahon, or?
No, half of it's my son, Mac, and then his best friend last name is Newman, so they put them together.
Oh.
Your son's name is Dylan.
Yeah. No, but his last name, Mac.
Oh.
So Mac.
That's your last name.
Yeah. Well, his also. He inherited it from me. Right. And then I put, I don't know who put Princess. I think it might have been this guy. And I put
Kitty. Nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a Princess phone for a while.
I mean, it was a cell phone plan. It was what came with the
fellow that our lady meets the little frog, you know. And the frog said, "If you kiss me, I'll become a handsome prince." This is a kind of a woman empowerment joke. The lady says, "Fuck it, I'd rather have me a talking frog."
I always, well, I guess the frog made me think of it, but don't you? Never mind.
No.
I don't know if this is interesting, but if we're talking about comedy, because we're all comedians.
Yeah.
No.
Comedy adjacent, at least.
But
comedians, like someone asked me, like, don't you ever get scared? Maybe you shouldn't say so much on Twitter or this or that, you know? And I go, but then I always think of comedians where, like, you know that story of the scorpion and the frog?
No.
Yes. I feel like we're scorpions. You know that story?
Yes, I do know that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that story.
Well, this is what it is. Like, okay, the scorpion goes up to the frog and is like, "Hey, can you give me a ride across the river?" And the frog's like, "I'm not going to do that. You're going to sting me." And then the scorpion's like, "Why would I sting you? If I sting you, we're both going to drown." And the frog's like, "Oh, right." So then he carries the scorpion on his back, and halfway across the river, the scorpion stings him, and they both start drowning. And the frog's like, "Why are you doing this? Now we're both going to drown." And he's like, "Oh, I'm a scorpion. I don't know."
I've never heard that before.
Subscribe to Nom Burger King.
Was it in your nature? I don't even know about your early influences, but were they stand-up or were they acting people? Because you must have been real young, right?
Yeah, I think like Woody Allen and Albert Brooks. My mom had all these albums.
Oh my God!
Well, she had like Alan Sherman.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I had Alan Sherman.
You did?
Yeah.
When you're in love, the whole world is Jewish.
But to have
and she had this
Albert
like
Brooks
double album Woody Allen that's just like in this, I imagine in my ear holes, like a tiny little club.
Yeah.
Smoking club, you hear like individual laughs. And,
Yeah.
And, he does the like, this watch, has sentimental value. My uncle on his deathbed sold me this watch.
What was the Woody joke from Broadway Danny Rose? What was that one? There was something, he was in a club.
What? No, he was just pretending to be a bad comedian in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the joke?
I love in Broadway Danny Rose when she goes, we gotta get out of here. They're driving, they're running away. She goes, that guy, he shot a guy in the eye. And he goes, oh my God, is he blind? She goes, no, he's dead. And he goes, oh right, because it goes straight through.
That was a good show business movie. Because I just saw the Sandler movie, and so they use the same device,
right.
But guys telling stories. Except it's, Dr. Drew and Penn Jillette. But in Broadway Danny Rose, he collected these.
Joey Adams and stuff.
Yeah, who was it in Broadway Danny? I don't remember.
That one character actor is in a lot of fucking Woody Allen.
There was a guy that played Lenny Bruce that ended up homeless here in Los Angeles. What's his name? Check it out.
Jack Clumpus.
What?
That sounds familiar.
That sounds like a made-up.
Oh, that was
That does sound like a made-up.
It's hard to make up names, huh? I remember Downey you remember how, I don't know, OCD or whatever the word is, but, he'd just get names, You go Henderson, too backwoodsy. What? Like Johnson, whose name's really Johnson? You're like, God damn, like hours where you try to find the perfect name, And it's hard to figure out names. If you get a good name for, a show, like a person's name, to me, it's very attractive.
Like?
Seinfeld?
I don't know, because I knew him.
I always think of the same name as like the most beautiful name. Anne Pomeroy.
Oh,
that is a good one.
Oh my God! If my name was Anne Pomeroy, I would have been in movies and shit.
You are.
So you agree with my
but
theory?
not in a limited Jewish way.
Because I don't like.
You think that if Winona Ryder kept her name Winona Horowitz, she would have
is that her
starred in
name?
The Age of Innocence?
No.
100% no way.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
God damn. Maybe them managers should know a lot when they say change your name.
Yeah, because people are fucking racist.
Right.
Even the Jews that run Hollywood don't want to see Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that story about Rodney telling Sandler not to tell people he's Jewish.
Oh,
It makes sense.
Yeah. But Sandler said, though, that all the young Jewish executives loved, he was successful.
Yes.
But that they loved seeing a young Jewish kid and all the girls.
Yeah, right.
Well, Adam changed the whole game in a lot of ways.
That makes sense.
Guy,
Adam
guys, it's a little.
comes from my hometown.
That's right.
Well, it's so crazy. I went to Largo. Flanagan called me last minute, so I stopped
Flannery.
by. Flanagan.
Yes.
Mark Flanagan. So I went on right before Adam. Adam was doing stand-up. And so I go on, and then I get off, and I sit in the wings, and I'm watching Adam. And because I was just on, he told stories, about because he was the same age as my sister and all this stuff. And then he told a story about me that I've never heard, which at my age doesn't really happen
But
anymore.
you remember the happening?
No,
you were in,
I didn't know anything about it.
Wow.
His mom was my nursery school teacher, Mrs. Sandler, and she tells this story, but I had never heard it before, that when I was in nursery school, this little girl said a swear word, and Ms. Sandler goes, "We don't talk like that here." And then I overheard it, and I go, "Those are at-home words." But it's funny to be middle-aged and hear a story about yourself from when you're little you never heard. It's so special. You only get that from, siblings and parents.
It's weird to me because I know Adam's mother, but I don't think of her in anything other terms than Adam's
Judy.
mother. Yeah, just Judy, who once in a while is in his movies. But of course she had a job.
Yeah, she wasn't Adam's mother back then because Adam wasn't a little kid.
Adam wasn't Adam. But yeah, Adam stayed with the Jewish thing.
Yeah, I think he broke down insane.
Yeah, the
barriers.
Hanukkah song.
Huge.
All that shit.
I remember when he was writing the Hanukkah song, you didn't have the internet back then.
Right.
So we'd have to go, fuck, is this guy Jewish?
Right.
We'd have to run to the library, and they wouldn't just start with these Jewish.
Research department, yeah.
Microfiche.
So, some library, like it was open late.
Harrison Ford is a quarter Jewish.
And, especially with these Harvard writers, everything has to be precise,
Right.
about...
That must have been so disappointing that someone running back and you find out they're not Jewish and you had a perfect line about them. Or not. I don't know.
It never happened.
Oh, okay, well.
Subscribe to Burger King.